Casual wrestling community show. You already know. Talking WWE.
Now, speaking of Theory, this past week on Raw, we learned that Austin Theory will hereforth be known as just Theory. My question to the CWC and social media is, why does WWE hate two name characters? And what do we think about the name Theory? My take on this, so I guess all of the branding that they've put into Austin Theory, now Theory, the A-Town, the AT logo, he's been branded very heavily with the AT logo.
Yeah.
I guess that's just all useless now? Or is he going to continue to rock gear that has A and T on it and we're just going to call him Theory? Are we just going to pretend like we don't remember the name Austin? I think his theme song literally mentions like A-Town Down or something like that.
Yeah.
Right? So there's all these references, like his whole character was built around the idea of the letter A and the letter T. So it feels like this has been done before, but this feels more significant. And this feels to me like an overreaction of Vince McMahon when he saw Stone Cold in the ring with Austin Theory and he's like, there's too many Austins in the ring. Like that just feels like an overreaction. The good news is that Theory alone is a pretty fucking cool name. I'm not going to lie. Like the name Theory alone is cool. Once it settles in and we all get used to it, it's going to be natural for us to say, and we're all going to be like, no, that's a good name. I'm going to guess he comes out with new ring gear this week.
I think so. You have to.
And new branding and maybe a new song. I think the push is that they're going to get behind him. I know Vince has stated internally that he thinks that Theory is the next big guy. He's the next John Cena. Now, interesting enough, we were just talking about baby faces, and I didn't even list Theory on the heels or the faces list.
I don't know what he is. That's why.
Well, I guess I just somehow in my brain, because of the Pat McAfee stuff, I keep pushing him over to SmackDown in my head, but he's a Monday Night Raw guy.
Yeah.
WWE has a history of doing this, and that's why I asked the question, does WWE hate two name characters? If you remember, Lauren, I doubt you do, but I'm going to educate you right here. Elias was one time named Elias Sampson.
No, I had no
So
idea.
he had
I
two
just
names.
know him as Elias.
You know Neville.
Yes.
Neville at one time was Adrian Neville.
Did not know that either.
Big E. At one time, Big E was Big E Langston.
No.
Cesaro was Antonio Cesaro.
No.
Rusev was Alexander Rusev.
No.
So, and I'm sure there's other guys that you guys can list in the comments to let us know any names.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, let us know like any two name characters that got shortened down to one that I missed, because these are the ones that I have a recollection of, but I know there's other ones. But the problem is it becomes natural quickly, as most of those names I mentioned, you know them just by their shortened names, and even I reference them in my head. I think the only one is Big E. I still, when I look at him, I see Big E Langston. I still see that. But for everybody else, it's pretty simple. I think Theory's in line for a pretty good push here. I think this week he's challenging Finn Balor for the U.S. title, I believe, on Monday Night Raw. I think there's no doubt in my mind, as WWE has never been really behind Finn Balor. I think he is a transitional champion for Theory to pick up the win and become your new United States champion. And so we've got a lot of turnover on belts right now, a lot of switching up. But I think they need that on Monday Night Raw, because when there's no belts, there's no big belt on Raw, they need to keep people excited.
Step in the ring, if you ready, let's go. Ay, casual wrestling community show. You already know. Talking WWE. Keep it rolling and hosted by Notorious Nerdy D. Dope show that you gon' find. Tune in cause it's online. Hit 'em with a figure 4 leg lock, power driver or clothesline. We bringing